Hey guys, what's going on? It's me again. This is just, welcome back to the weekly slop. I've got nothing for you except for a couple of stories and some mediocre Puzzle Fighter 2 gameplay in the background. Anyways, well, I hope you enjoy, and I only have 4 stories today, so it might be a little shorter than last time, depending on how long they go, but we'll see. This first one, though, is am I the asshole for wanting to plan my own wedding? Okay, I'm just gonna say, what a fucking stupid question to ask me. Am I the asshole for making my grass green? But let's see. Maybe they killed somebody and they shouldn't have the right to do it. My 22 female fiance's mom is extremely controlling. Getting married at 22. Missionaries? You guys do missionaries? Anyways, my 22 female, his fiance's mom is extremely controlling. She's been taking various pictures of him throughout his life and has almost documented every second of his existence. Up until he was 17, she would choose what clothes he wore and made all decisions for him and refused to let him choose by himself. Choosing his clothes at 17 is kind of ridiculous. She told him multiple times as a teen that she would be planning his wedding and whoever he would found would just have to be fine with that. Well, I'm not. For a while now, I've been waiting to plan my wedding, like any normal bride would. My soon to be mother in law, immediately after my fiance proposed, almost started talking to me like I was her child. She told me where be having my wedding and sent me some wedding dress styles I could choose from. I immediately told her no and that it's my wedding and she didn't have any right to control any aspect of it. She was very angry and told me that I was being an asshole for not letting her live out her dream. But nevertheless, I continued to plan my wedding. Everything went sideways when I decided I did not want photos being taken during the ceremony by anybody else but the photographer. I would like everyone attending to be mentally and emotionally present and be respectful of everyone's view. To be clear, I don't mean no photos for the whole wedding. I just mean for the ceremony and the first dance. Guests will have permission to take photos after that, but I wanted them to keep their cameras down and enjoy the ceremony. I texted her and explained this to her. She was absolutely furious and said that I was insane and that she would not be following my wishes. She's gotten no contact for the past few days despite me trying multiple times to explain. I have a feeling she's not going to let me have the day how I want it. At this point, I'm considering telling her that if she can't accept my wedding for how it is, then she doesn't need to attend at all. I know that she would want to take a bunch of group photos, but I know we don't have time for that, and it may cause unnecessary chaos. Am I the asshole? Should I just let her take her pictures? I feel like I'm ruining things with her, but she won't let me plan my wedding the way I want it. One of the comments says, not the asshole. You gotta do this now, or she's gonna steamroll you forever. But also, your boyfriend needs to back you up. If he doesn't, you're better off not marrying him. And then someone replied to that and said, better yet, your boyfriend needs to be the one communicating all of this to her. This is not just your wedding, it's his as well. It's 50-50, and his focus should be on yours and his happiness, not his mother's. I don't really know how this is kind of a question. I feel like it's extremely obvious that you would just go with what your partner slash fiance is saying instead of just letting your mom run rampant and deciding everything for you like a little baby back bitch. But maybe some people are different. Maybe, I don't know. Here, let's find another comment here. Someone said, imagine if they have children. That woman would be a nightmare, ignoring every decision OP makes. And it would, that's true. They'd come, I bet that mother-in-law would just show up to take the kids or go without telling the parents or just, I don't understand how some mother-in-laws and some people like that are just so crazy. And the last comment says, where's your fiance in all of this? Who's paying for this wedding? Some important info. It doesn't change my mind or change my vote of you not being the asshole, but your fiance should be running interference here. If he isn't, then you've got a long road ahead of you, whereas mom tries to run his and your lives. Yeah, I think this is everyone but you's the asshole here. I mean, your husband should just be sticking up for you, no matter what the situation is, let alone your wedding. But whatever. What do I know? Yeah, it's kind of a clear-cut story, though. It's like somebody who's very deeply in the right asking if they're in the wrong. But let's go to one where somebody's in the wrong and they're asking if they're in the wrong. This next one is, am I the asshole for not writing vows for my wedding? I saw this title and I didn't even want to read anything else. I just saw it. This would be so great to just read, because how would you ever be able to spin this in your favor? Am I the asshole for not writing vows to my wedding? I'm going to go on a limb here and say, yeah. Yeah, you are. You are the asshole. That's your fault by a lot, actually. Anyways, let's read it. So I, 33 male, just got married last weekend. And what was supposed to be the happiest day of our lives turned into this entire drama fest. And I really don't get why. Just the way this guy's typing this out is like, I feel like I'm already drained. It's a sentence in, I'm like already sick of them. My wife, Sarah, 30 female, and I've been together for 5 years. And I've always been a straightforward, no nonsense kind of guy. I've always shown my love through action, not words. I take care of her. I'm loyal. I've always been there when she needs me. So when it came planning the wedding, I didn't think writing vows was such a big deal. All right, just your testimony of love, like the one time where it's like you say you love her, and it's like, wow, this is important. But yeah, you're a no nonsense kind of guy. I fucking hate people like that. Oh my god. We're busy people, and between work, wedding planning, and just life in general, I really didn't have the time, or honestly, the interest. Just shut the fuck up. To sit down, write some long, sappy speech. I mean, she knows I love her, right? I don't need to prove it with words. I figured out the wedding itself, the whole event, was enough to show my commitment. Plus, I've never been good with words. I'm more of a actions speak louder kind of guy. You've said that 3 times now, and we're only in the second paragraph. The night before the wedding, Sarah asked if I had my vows ready, and I just casually told her, no, I didn't write anything down, but I'll say something on the spot. She looked a bit surprised, but I didn't think much of it. I mean, we were about to get married. Why stress over some words when the whole point is that we're making a lifelong commitment? Fast forward to the ceremony. The officiant asked me to say my vows, and I just kind of winged it. I said something like, I love you. I'll always be there for you. I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you. Short, sweet, and to the point. I thought it was fine. But when I looked at Sarah, she had this crushed look on her face. Like, I didn't understand what the big deal was. She's getting the commitment, right? That's what matters. After the ceremony, she was quiet, and I could tell that she was upset, but I didn't get why. Later, some of her friends, and even a couple of mine, came up to me saying that I really messed up by not preparing any vows, that it looked like I didn't even really care, and that Sarah deserved better. One of her bridesmaids even had the audacity to say that I embarrassed her in front of everyone. I was like, seriously? We're married now. That's what counts, not some cheesy speech. When I talked to Sarah later, she said that she felt hurt that I didn't put any effort into my vows, and that it just made her feel like I didn't care as much as she does. I told her that was ridiculous. I married her, didn't I? See, that's exactly what you should do. When someone tells you that they feel bad because of an action, just say that they're going crazy. Yeah, you're so dumb. Like, you don't even know at all. You're so stupid. You're ridiculous. Honestly, I think everyone's overreacting. The wedding was beautiful, and at the end of the day, we're married. And that's what matters. I didn't see the point in making a big deal out of a few words when I'm already committed by spending the rest of my life with her. But now I'm here, and people are acting like I'm the worst husband ever for not writing vows. The top comment says, "You're the asshole. You spent more time writing this post than you spent preparing this huge moment in your wife's life." Just like, what the fuck? Someone said, "I didn't even realize it. Ouch, this hurts even more from the wife's perspective. You're the asshole." Yeah, he has 7 paragraphs right here about how he doesn't like writing and sitting down and taking a long time to write. But here he is. Oh, thank you. Anyways, this guy's username is All American Trad Dad. So you just know how he gets down. All right, let's read one more comment, and then there's an update. Writing my own vows wasn't for me or my husband either. We used the traditional vows and left it at that. In your case, however, you and your bride agreed to write your own vows. She even asked you about it. And it doesn't seem like what you've written has told her that you have no intention of writing something meaningful. For someone as straightforward and no nonsense as you claim to be, that seems unfair. You should have communicated that you were uncomfortable writing the vows and wanted to do your traditional ones. See, that... I mean, I feel like that's even a little crazy. If you're like, hey, babe, I don't want to do vows. I'm sorry. But, whatever, I guess. Someone said, hey, you ignored her request to share some vows during the ceremony, but that didn't matter to you, right? You let her spout out her vows in front of everyone, knowing that you had taken zero time, made zero effort to reciprocate, and you made her feel like she didn't give a damn. But that didn't matter to you, right? You're the asshole. But that won't matter to you either, right? Hey, you married her, right? Whatever. And then there's an update. It says, we are getting a divorce, as she has cheated on me multiple times when we first got together, and maybe I was subconsciously holding on to resentment. Okay. I mean, just pull that ball out of left field, I guess. Jesus. Holy She's cheating on me, and I hate her guts, and I've always hated her, and I don't even want to be around her, and I want to kill her. Damn, son. All right. Shit, man. All right. Speaking of cheating, let's move on to our next story. 39 female, cheated on my husband, 41 male. What should I do to get him back? Just listening from this title, I don't think you should be trying to get him back. I think you should be letting him grow as a person. He's 41, so he doesn't got a lot of time to figure out who he wants to be yet. You should be letting him live. Not that he's gonna die soon, but And I don't know. I don't think you should get back with somebody who cheats on you. If they cheated on you, they did it maliciously, which is what you did, especially if you're hiding it behind somebody's back. But I don't know. Maybe she's not hiding it behind her back. Maybe it was a one-time fling. And let's find out. As the publication says, I cheated on my husband with a coworker, but I must give you more context of my current situation. My affair began in mid-2019 and was discovered in the first days of... Okay, so no, it was a multiple-time affair. Yeah, no, you don't deserve him at all. I've been married to my husband for more than 17 years. We were high school sweethearts who everyone, without exception, knew would be ending up together. At the therapist's suggestion, he told me to vent without holding anything back. During our marriage, we had 3 daughters. My oldest daughter, who's in college, and the 2 twins who are in their teens. As the title said, I cheated on my husband, the most tender, kind, responsible, and loving man that exists in the world. Just shut the fuck up. I hate when cheaters are like, my baby Boo Bell is the cutest, snuggliest little thing. Like, you cheated on him. You cheated on your tender, kind, responsible, loving man that could exist in the world. It's okay, though. Why did I do it? I still don't have an answer to that question. What did I hope to achieve? I still don't know. My husband was a man who always put my needs before his own. Our bedroom was in a full bloom. He's an attractive man. He is fit. He's a dedicated father to his princesses, and he calls himself them. Before I was the queen of his home, the queen who had granted him 3 princesses, but now I am just she, just a woman who lives with him. Oh my fucking God, this post is pissing me off already. My adventure began with a simple flirtation, and in September, it became physical. From September until the first days of January, until my husband found out, the great love of my life, crying, and only when I saw that pain on his face, an expression of disbelief, sadness, and anger. Only then did I realize the consequences of my actions. So shut the fuck up. Yeah, no, you should be shot and killed. You should be lasered down with tranquilizers. I went several weeks without communication. When my daughters asked about their father, out of embarrassment, I told them that their father had a last-minute business trip. I know, I'm a coward for lying to my daughters, and after countless attempts to contact him, he answers my calls. Asked me to please send our daughters to my parents and take some time alone for the both of us. So I did. One fateful Friday, January 24th, a conversation took place that would set us adrift. The first thing I did when I saw him enter the room was kneel at his feet and ask him to please forgive me, and we are stronger than any mistake you have made. This is actually so fucking stupid. I begged him, humiliated me, anything so he could see my past actions. The only response to my pleas were, "You shouldn't humiliate yourself." There were no further responses, and it helped me compose myself. We talked about our relationship. We talked for hours, and as more time passed, I got the idea that we could get over it. But my perception of reality was further away than reality itself. Uh-oh, I thought we could get over me cheating on you for 3 months. After 17 years and we have 3 kids, I thought that shit was just gonna be easy pickings. I thought it was like, it's like little, like when you leave a burner on slow mode now. It's still gonna be hot, but not hot. Just shut the fuck up, man. Just shut the fuck up. He told me that during the time separated, I was actively looking for a divorce lawyer, and everyone I consoled gave the same answer. In our city, they recognize the woman as the family unit. Therefore, if we divorce, he would have to give me the house. The only time we could spend time with our daughters would be on the weekends, in addition to the spousal and the alimony for our children, and added to the other thing is that our city is recognized without fault. Therefore, it pays the who wants to destroy the family. When I said that, I couldn't help but cry hysterically and ask him for one chance to make amends. But he told me that even if we don't get divorced, our marriage is over. He has no intention on giving up his house, his family, and his fiancée for an unfaithful whore. And I'm gonna be honest, that last part hurt me. Beyond any physical pain, it was the first time in many years of marriage that my husband insulted/disowned me. Oh, Willie? Oh, don't. Oh, Willie? Oh, dude, fuck, dude. I'm so sorry that he called you that, man. That must have really hurt your feelings. Dude, there's only like 2 things he could have done worse than that. And that's kill you and cheat on you. Thank goodness you didn't do any of those things, right? Right? COVID-19 came, and that entire year was unbearable. We slept in separate rooms. The only contact between us was about restocking the pantry, taking out the trash, or any needs our daughter had. Beyond that, there was nothing to discuss. The year 2022 improved, but only in appearances. We slept together again, so to speak, but only to keep up appearances. He doesn't kiss me. He doesn't touch me when we have been intimate, but he makes it clear to me when we finish, that's just for your needs and don't get my hopes up. When we have reached normality, now we can talk about more things, but there is always still that invisible wall that has been built between us. We attend both individual and couples therapy, but we always end at the same point. Can we be in a loving marriage again? Couples who have overcome infidelity have loving marriages again. Can we love each other like before? What to do? How to overcome this? How did other couples overcome infidelity? I'm going to go on a limb here and say I don't think you should get back together. Your daughters are getting to the age right now where they would understand and maybe even get mad at you, the mother, for cheating on their dad, who apparently is, the second coming of Jesus. Like, he gave fish and bread. But let's read some comments. The top comment says, "Don't bother. She calls her cheating an adventure." That is very crazy. She did say, "My adventure began with a simple flirtation, and it became physical in September." Bitch, just say you cheated on your husband. And somebody, Glittering Gob, said, "Your husband will never love you again. You had an affair, and you were calling it an adventure? Nah, fuck that. Make the divorce easy for your husband, because if you don't, he will retaliate, and it will not benefit you at all. Your husband seems like a good husband and a good father from the way you described him. He gave you everything, and you still cheated after 17 years. That's despicable. You don't even know why you had an affair. For months, you deceived your husband, and you can't even tell him. He found out on his own. What if he never found out? Would you have continued? Poor husband trying to live with a cheater for 3 years. If he moves on, let him. Don't be bitter and try to get him back. He seriously deserves better, and his high school sweetheart cheating on him will ruin his trust for an extremely long time." All of them are, "Leave him alone. Your reasons are just blah, blah, blah. You reap what you sow." That's true. What the fuck is this Reddit comment? Oh, hell no. Cranky Southerner said, "The dildo of consequences rarely arrives lubed. There's nothing you can do. Your marriage is over. You betrayed him. Why would he forgive you? What the fuck does that mean? The dildo of consequences rarely arrives lubed. Am I dumb? Okay, never mind. Somebody said, reading this hurts. If I was in your husband's shoe, it would be hard, if not impossible, to get back to normal. It's that pain that will never heal, and you may just have to live without it. The new normal. But maybe one day he can forgive you, but you will probably never forget. He will probably never forget. Yeah, Jesus. Oh, somebody commented in the OP responded with, although he still reproaches me for my past actions, never questioned my love for him. It is easy to sit down and write about infidelity. I was in your place before all this happened. I realized the complexity of my relationships. My past actions have brought them immense pain. The distrust of knowing that every time my husband goes out with the questions come to mind are, will this be the last time I see him? Will I return home to dinner? Will he meet another woman? It fills me with the fear of knowing one day he will walk out the door of the house and the only thing I will receive are the divorce papers. I admit that I was in the wrong in the past. My actions from the past still haunt me today. I lost my loving husband, and there is not a second in my daily life that I do not reproach myself for what happened. And you don't know what I'd be willing to give up so that things can go back to the way they were before. So I ask you, never, but never question my love for him. And someone said, if you loved him, you wouldn't have cheated. It's not rocket science. Yeah, it's pretty bullshit, man. It's not pretty bullshit. It's very bullshit. All right. This one comes from Best of Redditor Updates. So this is a repost. So it's from 2010. Let's see it. It says, I moved to my current role in late November last year. Many of the other employees have known each other for years and socialized together at work. In principle, I prefer my work and personal life separate, but I will go to lunch from time to time to say that, yay, we met our targets drink. The problem? One of my male colleagues has taken a fancy to me and asked me out. There's no policy against dating your colleagues where I work. It's not supervisors or anybody above you. However, apart from the fact that I don't care to star in the office gossip mill, there seems to be what I would consider a lot of oversharing going on. I have spent enough time around him in the last 5 months to know that I'm not attracted to him at all. The first time he asked, I had no interest in him or the show. So I declined and told him that I prefer to keep my social life well away from work. Unfortunately, this was apparently not enough. He asked me out again 2 weeks ago, preferring tickets to a concert the following weekend. This time, I told him that I was sorry if my previous statement had been ambiguous in some way, but I was really not interested in dating him, and he should not ask me again. To make matters bad, rather than just trifle awkward, it appears that this was a crushing blow to his ego. 1. This was a crushing blow to his ego, and 2, that he told his confidants at the office what he was planning to do, in the expectation that I would be delighted with his offer. I found this out when I was asked on Monday in a nudge and wink fashion how to enjoy the concert on the weekend. Further, one of his confidants attempted to reproach me for turning him down, to which I told her that my personal life was not really her business. However, ever since the unwanted admirer had been wandering around the office like a huge dark cloud, sighing and glaring, and pointedly avoiding talking to me when I am the best person I ask a question about. Frankly, this just convinces me that I was right not to date him, and that the office relationships in general should be approached with extreme caution. If he's still behaving like this 2 weeks after I turned him down on a date, what would he have been like if I dated him and broken it off? However, we still have to work together, and our mutual boss, who has been out on leave, will be back next week and will want to know why he is behaving like this. I realize that the action to which I feel most inclined, whacking him about the head with a file and yelling, "Pull yourself together," would not help, and will probably get me fired. What alternates do you suggest? All right. No, it's Best of Redditor update, so there's an update. Actually, I don't want to read comments. Let's read it. Idiot Boy and his idiot friend were spoken to by our mutual manager. Idiot Boy seemed to cool down a bit and decided that he would speak to me, but not chat. He would not ask me what I had done at the weekend, but he would ask me if I was done with the reference materials for the Blanken shop report, or whether I knew who was dealing with our account at the newspaper since our usual contact was on maternity, that kind of thing. Fine with me. Sadly, his idiot friend could not accept this and attempted to corner me in the ladies' toilets, where she said to me that she couldn't understand why you wouldn't just date Idiot Boy. I, unfortunately, had just had a rather bad day encountered with "you don't understand." Well, I would tell you what you don't understand. I don't understand why you think my personal life is your business, and I don't understand why you think nagging at me is going to get Idiot Boy into my pants. And by God, if I hear one more word about it, I'm going to file a formal written complaint against the pair of you. Definitely in England. Talking about the pair of you. He fancies me. Q. Appearance of department managerial from the toilet cubicle in a manner of pantomime Demon King. Numerous meetings with HR and termination of idiot friend. Idiot Boy was spared the axe as he apologized profusely to me, promised that he was not responsible for me being cornered, and would have stopped friend if he knew. So he received a final written warning about his conduct. That was about 6 months ago. I accepted a promotion in a new department where my colleagues seemed pleasant enough and unstalkerish. I understand via the grapevine, though, that these lessons remain to be learned by Idiot Boy's other friend. One of them apparently asked a female staff member at the Christmas party what she would do if he put his hands there and there. She cheerfully told him that she would smack his face until his ears rang. He seemed to have believed her. Oh, boom, boom, boom. Yeah. Everyone in the comments is just like, nope. I'm glad you didn't date him. I mean, thought that one was going to be best of Redditor updates, but it's absolutely fucking not. Oh, this was originally posted to Ask a Manager. So they were just trying to get help from somebody who was HR or has worked at HR, I guess. Well, oh my golly day, did you get your slop? Did you get your slop this week? Sorry, that was me putting the slop down. Anyways, yeah, that's the last story for this week. I hope you're okay with that. And if you want more, let me know. I want to do more. If you tell me you want more, I'm going to do more, okay? You just have to tell me that you want more. Anyways, I'll see y'all in the next video tomorrow because it's the week of fun. I don't know if that's the name. I still haven't fucking come up with one yet. Fuck. All right. Bye-bye.